Good morning, sir. This is Roshan here. In this video tutorial, I am going to explain the concept of coordinate geometry. So now I am going to use my pen tablet or graphics tablet to demonstrate all the concept of the coordinate geometry. So be on this videos tutorials. Now I am going to rotate the screen to my graphics tablet. So now in coordinate geometry, firstly we are going to learn the concept about the distance between the 2 points. So now I am going to demonstrate and derive the formula. What is the method to find the distance between the given 2 points? So I am using my graphics tablet, pen tablet, to derive the theorem number 1. So I have written over here, this is a point A. So I am written A, and the coordinate of A is defined by x1 comma y1, and another coordinate I have just taken B, and it is defined by x2 comma y2. So the distance between two given points AB is given by is equal to under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus of y2 minus y1 whole square. So now I am going to derive how it comes. So if you are knowing about the main root from where it should be coming out, so the thing should be more clear. So now I am going to draw the axis over here. So I just draw a vertical line like this, and another I just draw a horizontal line like this. So this is x-axis and this one is y-axis, and this is origin, and I have just taken a 2 points over here that I have defined earlier on my graphics tablet. So this is point A, and it should be defined by x1 comma y1, and another point B over here, and it should be defined by x2 comma y2. Now after that we are just draw a line like this and another line like this perpendicular to the x-axis. Now again we are going to do the construction. We join over here, so you can see that it makes a 90-degree over here. So simply we are going to plot the name. So I have written this point L, this point M, and this point N over here. So now we are going to find the distance from this point O. So this is the x1, and we are having this distance, and this distance is x2. Again from point P to the origin. So this whole distance is defined by x2, and this distance is defined by y1. So we are having this distance is given by whole minus by small unit, that is whole is y2, and a smaller unit is n of m, that is given by y of 1. So this distance is defined by y2 minus y1, and again we are going to define that particular length. What is the distance? So here full distance is x2, and we are having this distance is x1. So this distance is calculated or defined by x2 minus by x1. So we are having this distance is x2 minus by x1. Now simply we are going to use Pythagoras theorem in this triangle. So you can see that we are having a triangle A, N and B. So I have written now in triangle A, N and B, we are having A, N, B is equal to 90 degree. So we are using the Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem simply say that we are having A square is equal to an square plus of b of n square. So I have written all these things. Now simply I am going to substitute the value of an, and similarly we are going to substitute the value of bn over here. So with the help of figure we already defined the value of an. So an is defined by x2 minus x1, so it is a whole square. So I have written x2 minus x1 whole square plus bn. So again we are calculating the value of bn from this figure. So it is defined by y2 minus of y1. So I have written over here y2 minus by y1 whole square. Now simply we are going to find the value of AB. So AB is defined by under root of x2 minus by x1 whole square plus y2 minus by y1 whole square. So see class, we are having a distance formula. How we are going to find the distance between two given points? So if you are having a coordinate A and it should be defined by x1 comma y1 and another point B that should be defined by x2 minus x1, so it is given by and calculated with the help of formula under root of x2 minus x1 whole square along plus operator in bracket y2 minus y1 whole square. Now we are going to do some questions based on it, its formula is working or not. So now see, suppose I am just taking another example. So I am just taking a question so that the thing should be more clear. So here I am written question number 1. So coordinate A is given by 7, 13 and coordinate B is defined by 10, 9. So you are going to find the distance between A and B. So we are simply using the formula AB is given by under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, and after that we are going to simply substitute the value accordingly and do the calculation. So we have to get the answer. So x2, so we are taking 10 sorry 10 minus by 7 whole square plus similarly 9 minus 13 whole square. So do the calculation, take the under root, 10 minus 7 it should be given by 3 square plus 9 minus 13 gives minus of 4 whole square. So it will give under root of 3 square gives 9 and minus 4 give the value of 16. Do your calculation. 9 plus 16 is given by under root of 25. So it will give the value of 5 unit. So dear student, So we have calculated the distance between point A and B, that should be given by A 7 comma minus 13 and B 10 comma minus 9. The result will become 5 unit. So now we are doing the another question, so the concept should be more clear. Now I am just taking another question, and this time we are just taking a coordinate P is equal to minus 4 comma 7 and Q, and it is given by 2 comma minus 5. So again we are using the distance formula. So distance formula is given by P of Q is equal to under root of x2 minus by x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Again we are doing calculation correctly and put all the things in a right place, so we have to get the right answer. So 2 minus of 4, so we are having a 2, so 2 minus by 4, already we are having a minus sign over here. So as we know that by the rules of integer, minus minus give the plus value, so we have write 2 plus 4 whole square plus, again we are having y2 minus y1, so y2 is minus of 5 and y1 is minus of 7. So I have written all the things and made a square over here. So 2 plus 4 gives 6. So we are having 6 square plus minus 5 and minus 7 gives minus of 12 whole square. So do the calculation. 6 square gives the value of 36. So we have write 36 over here along with the plus operator, and minus 12 square gives the value of 144, and when you are doing the addition of 36 plus 144 gives the result of 180, and do the simplification of 1 under root of 180. So we can write 180 in terms of 36 cross of 5. 36 is a perfect square, so we are just taking 6 as a common from it. 6 then under root of 5 unit. So what we are doing, observe, when we are having a P is defined by minus 4 comma 7 and Q is defined by 2 comma minus 5, so we are having a distance between P and Q is given by 6 root 5 unit. Clear? Now moving forward to the next type of the questions. Now see, next question is 3. Question number 3, find the value of a y. Find the value of a y for which the distance between the point A is given by 3 comma minus of 1, B is given by 11 comma y, and the distance is 10 unit. AB is given by 10 unit. So class, when you are going to solve the questions, the first part is that you are going to read the question at least 2 times. Why I am saying like this? Because the things should be more clear, and whatever the things should be given in the question, it should be clear and filter in our mind and do accordingly by using the formulas. So now we are having a rough diagram. So AB, so I am just drawing a rough sketch of AB as a length. So I am drawing line like this, AB. So I have written A over here and B over here, and after that I am just putting the value of A coordinate. So it should be given by 3 comma minus of 1, and B is given by 11 comma y, and we are having AB as a distance of 10 unit. In the earlier questions, what we are doing, we are just finding the distance between A and B. Now in these questions, we are having already given the distance of AB is 10 unit, coordinate A is defined by 3 minus 1 and the coordinate is defined by 11 comma y. So in this question, we are going to find the value of y. So again, what we are going to do this? Again, simply we are using a distance formula. So distance formula is AB is equal to 10 unit. So we are doing the squaring on both sides. So whatever things we are doing the squaring both sides, so we are having AB as a whole square and 10 as a whole square. So AB is defined by 11 minus 3 whole square plus 11 minus of minus 1. So again minus minus plus, so it should be given by y plus 1 whole square is equal to 10 square gives the value of 100. Now we are simply solving this type of equation. So 11 minus 3 gives the 8. So we have write 8 as a whole square plus y plus of 1 whole square is equal to 100. So 8 square give the value of 64. So I have written 64 over here. Now I am going to expand y plus 1 square. So we can see that y plus 1 whole square is based on the identities of a plus b square. So it should be defined by y square plus of 1 plus of 2ab. It means 2y is equal to 100. So y square plus of 2y plus of 64 plus of 1 give the value of 65. So I have written 65 over here is equal to 100. Now y square plus of 2y is equal to 100 minus by 65. So 100 minus 65 gives 10 में से 10 minus 5 is gives 5 and 9 minus 6 gives 33. So 100 minus 65 gives the value of 65. So we just take 35 over here in the sign of equality. So we are having a equation of y square plus of 2y minus by 35 is equal to 0. Now we are going to use middle term split factorization we are performing over here. So we are writing y square plus of 7y minus by 5 of y minus by 35 is equal to 0. Now we are just taking common. So we are just taking y as a common over here. So what we are having y plus of 7 bracket should be closed. Again we are using a minus 5 as a common and in bracket y plus of 7 bracket should be closed equal to 0. Now we are having y plus 7 over here, again y plus of 7 over here. So we are just taking y plus 7 as a common part. So this will give y plus 7, again in bracket y minus 5 is equal to 0. Either y plus 7 equal to 0 or y minus 5 equal to 0. So we are having y plus 7 is equal to 0 or y minus 5 is equal to 0. So we are having the value of y is equal to minus 7 from this part, and we are having y is equal to 5 here in this part. So we are having the two value of y. The required value of y is 5 and another value of y is minus 7. This is the another part of the distance formula by using distance formula. Now guys see, कि when you are having the given questions, you must read the question carefully, and after that you are going to apply the necessary formula whenever it should be required. Now moving forward to the next part of the question. Now next part of the question, like question number 4. Sometime you are going to ask find the point on the x-axis, some the point on the y-axis. The important point is that any point taken on the x-axis, what I'm saying, any point taken on the x-axis is defined by x comma 0. It means what? It means what? We are concluding that every point on x-axis of y coordinate is 0. So I have written 0 over here. Similarly, any point taken on y-axis is defined by or is taken by 0 comma y. So we are going to apply and using that following concept. On y-axis x coordinate will be 0, on x-axis y coordinate will be 0. Now we are doing the question based upon it. So we are taking the question, find the point on x-axis. Now this time we are going to find the point on x-axis. So I have written x-axis over here. Now further, which is a distance of 5 unit. Now again we are having a distance, and distance should be given. Distance is given by 5 unit. So I have written each and everything, so the things should be more clear. And from the point, and another point we are having, a is defined by 5 comma minus 3. Clear? So now at the previous things I have already let you know about that, when you are going to take any considerant point on x-axis, so it should be defined by x comma 0, and when you are just taking any point on y-axis, it should be taken by 0 comma y. So now we are going to solve this question. X-axis, it means the need of the question that we are choosing the point on the x-axis. So now solve the question. Let the point taken on x-axis is given by x comma 0. I have defined a coordinate p, and p should be defined by x comma 0. Now we are having a distance from the given question. We are having a distance p of a is 5 unit. So now after this, again we are squaring both sides and applying the distance formula between them. So squaring both sides, so we are having a p square, and we are having over a 5 square over here. If you want to draw the coordinate figure, so you must draw the figure like this, because rough sketch is mandatory. So I have written p x comma 0 over here, and another point a I am just taking over here, and it should be defined by 5 comma minus 3, and the distance is given by 5 unit according to the questions. Now PA, so we are using a distance formula. So x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So here I have written x minus 5 whole square plus 0 minus, again we are having a minus operator over here. So this minus and this minus will become plus. So I have written 0 plus of 3 whole square is given by 5 whole square. So again we are using a minus b identities. So it should be given by x square. I have written x square over here plus 25 minus by 2 multiply x multiply 5. It will give 10 of x plus of 9 is equal to 25. And do your calculation. So we are having x square, and see, we are having 25 over here and 25 over here. So this part and this part should be cancelled. So we are having a equation x square minus by 10 of x plus of 9 is equal to 0. So again we are going to factorize this given quadratic equation. So we are having x square minus by 9 of x minus by x plus of 9 is equal to 0. So again I am just taking x as a common from here. So x in bracket x minus by 9, again minus, just taking 1 as a common, so it will give x minus by 9 is equal to 0. So see, we are having a x minus 9 part over here, again x minus 9 part over here. So simply you just take common x minus 9, and what we are having left, we are having x over here. So you must write x, and after that you are having a minus left over here, you must write minus, and after that you are having 1 over here. So it will give x minus 1, bracket should be closed, equal to 0. Now either x minus 9 equal to 0, you must write either x minus 9 is equal to 0 or x minus 1 equal to 0. X minus 1 is equal to 0. So we are having x is equal to 9 from this part, and similarly we are having x is equal to 1 from this part. So we are finding the value of x. Now see, but the need of the question is that you are going to find the point on the x-axis and you must define the point. So we just taking the point, you just considering the point P x comma 0. So you must write and finalize your answer in that particular format. So your finalized answer is P x comma 0. So one you are having x 9, then it should be along with 0, and another P that you must give 1 comma 0. So these are the points that should be taken on the x-axis, which are distance of 5 units from the point A, defined by 5 comma minus 3 is given by P 9 comma 0, and again P 1 comma 0. You can say that again this is a P dash. So this is your answer. So this is the main part of the distance formula, and CBSE will focus on that particular. Now we are moving for the next part. Now we are having to define the section formula. This is a very important. Now we are doing the section formula. Now I am just clearing all these things. Now see, next part of the coordinate geometry we are going to explain over here is the section formula. So I have written section formula. So again I have defined making a rough sketch like this. If I am defining a point over here A, and it should be given by x1 comma y1, and again we are just taking point B, and it should be defined by x2 comma y2, and this is the point P, and it should be defined by x comma y, and this line segment will be divided in the ratio m ratio n. So we are going to find the coordinate of P of x and the coordinate of P of y. So it is defined by P of x is equal to mx2 plus of nx1 divided by m plus of n. Similarly, we are going to find the P of y is given by m of y2 plus n of y1 and divided by m plus of n. So in this section formula we are having a finding the coordinate of the point, which is divide the line segment joining the point A x1 comma y1 and joining the point B x2 comma y internally in the ratio. We are having the syllabus internally. So I have written over here internally in the ratio m ratio n, and it was given by p of x is mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n, and p of y is given by my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus of n. Plus C. In section formula we are again using the drawing the figure x-axis and y-axis, and this part of the figure we are using the similarity of the triangle. Clear? So now again I am going to erase the screen of my pen tablet. So again I am going to derive from where it should be originated. So see class, again I am going to draw a vertical line like this, and again I am going to use a horizontal line this. As you know that this axis is known as x-axis, or it should be another name is abscissa, and this is a y-axis, this is the another name of ordinate, and this intersecting point is origin and defined by a 0. So now I am just considering a point, so I am just drawing the line like this. So here I have written A, and I am just defining by A x1 comma y1, and another point B over here, and I am defining it by x2 comma y2, and I am just taking a point P over here, and it should be defined by P x comma y, and this P divide this line segment in the ratio of m ratio n. So little bit we are going to do the construction in the graph. So I can draw this figure point perpendicular to the x-axis. Similarly from the point P, draw the perpendicular to the x-axis, and doing the same things from the point B on the x-axis. And after that we are going to construction like this, so that we are just making a two triangles, and from this point we are just drawing the construction over this triangle. So another I am just putting the name. So I have written this point as a R, and this point as a S, and this point as a L, this point as a N, and this point as a M. So again from this point, from this end, we are having a distance of x1. From this point to that point N, we are having a distance of x. So from this to this end we are having a distance of x minus by x1. Similarly from this point to this point M, we are having a distance of x2. So we are having a distance from N to M is x2 minus by x. In similarly manner we are going to find the distance from point B. From this point to this point we are having y2. From this end to this end we are having a y1 distance, and from this point to M point we are having a y as a distance. So we are having a distance of this unit, this whole minus this unit is y, and this is y1. So this will y minus of y1. Now similarly this whole distance B to M we are having a y2, and P to M we are having a y distance. So it should be this distance is defined by y2 minus by y. Now triangle ARP. So I've written ARP similar to triangle PSB. So I have written PSB. Guys, you should know the property. When two triangles are similar, it means their corresponding sides are proportional to each other. So I have written AR by this length, AR by P of S is equal to P of R. So I've written P of R divided by B of S. Similarly, we are having A of P divided by P of B. Corresponding sides are equal, and we are also having, they are dividing the line segment in ratio M/N. So now I am putting the value of each and everything. So we are having the value of AR, it should be x minus x1. So I have written x minus x1 divided by, we are having P of S should be given by y minus of y1. So P of S, we are having A of R. See, A of R, we are having a distance of x minus of x1, and we are having this length P of S, and this length will be equal to this length. So we are having x2 minus of x. So you must write x2 minus by x, then put the sign of equality. Now P of R, we are going to put the value of P of R, and it should be given by y minus of y1 divided by again B of S, y2 minus of y. So you must write y2 minus by y is equal to m divided by n. Now simply we are going to find the value of all these things x. So first time you are going to equate x minus x1 divided by x minus x2 with the term of m by m. So case 1, x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x is equal to m by n. Doing the cross multiplication simply, so we are having n of x minus n of x1 is equal to m of x2 minus by n of x. Simply I am just taking this minus of m of x to the sign of equality over here, and this minus of n x1 I am just taking over here. So this will become n of nx, then this minus of mx become plus of m of x over here is equal to m of x2. This minus of nx will become n of x1. So we are just taking x as a common from these things, so it will become x in bracket m plus of n is equal to mx2 plus nx1. So we are finding the value of x, so x will define by mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus of n. So similarly we are going to find the y. So I am going to clear the screen. Now I'm going to use the eraser, so the thing should be clear. Okay, so now I'm going to calculate and solve this term. Y minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 with the same term m by n. So y minus y1 by y2 minus y is equal to m by n And similarly we are doing the cross multiplication over here and finding the value of y along itself. So this will become ny1 minus by ny1 is equal to my2 minus by my. Again I am just taking minus of my to the sign of equality over here and minus of ny with the sign of equality over here. So this will become ny, and this minus of my will become plus over here. So I have written plus m of y over here is equal to m of y2 remain as it is. So I have written my2, and this minus of ny1 will become plus of ny1. Now similarly we are taking y as a common from this segment, so it will become y m plus of n is equal to my2 plus of ny1. Now we are calculating the value of y, so it will become my2 plus of n y1 by m plus of n. So this is the main result and the final result when two line segments joining internally. So section formula gives the idea the coordinate of the point joining between the point x1 comma y1, which is divide the line segment A and B in the ratio of m ratio n. So it should be given by this one. So section formula is all done over here. I think all the things I have explained in this video tutorial is fine and filter. That's all for my line segment. Thank you, sir.